What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and Anchor, Mr. Spock, myself, we have all been asking the question, are there too many heroes coming out in Empires and Puzzles? Are there too many events? It's just exhausting and too much to keep up with. Well, I think Empires and Puzzles is going to require a mindset shift from us, so let's talk about it. You have an exclusive chance to win your choice of an iPhone 13 Pro or Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus and a number of gift cards. I'm inviting you to compete in a contest with Gemstone Legends, who you may know is a sponsor of this channel, but they're not just sponsoring me now, they're sponsoring you too. There's going to be two contests, with the first being for those of you who are already playing Gemstone Legends along with me. If you haven't joined yet, there will be a contest for brand new players in just a couple of weeks, so keep an eye out for that video. To enter the contest, simply enter the code contest_lion into the inbox and you'll be registered. Let me show you how. When you click on the inbox, in the lower right hand corner, you'll see that it says redeem. You click on that and then you enter contest_lion and click confirm. This contest has two parts. First, you need to get the new hero Nataru, who's a special 2-star hero. You complete the mission of opening 25 gold scrolls and will receive him as a reward. And Gemstone Legends will help you out with some specials to complete this part. The second part is a special boss fight. You have to develop the hero as much as possible and choose the right team to try and break the record. The contest begins right now as of the posting of this video and will run through November 5th. Click the link in the description for the official contest page so you know the rules and can see the leaderboard. You've played this game, you know the ropes, now it's up to you to show the Gemstone Legends community who's boss. Good luck friends, and I cannot wait to see who wins the brand new phone. Visit the contest page and enter the code contest_lion to begin fighting. Alright, so before I talk about the mindset change I think we're going to need to make towards Empires and Puzzles, let's dive into a little bit of the history of Empires and Puzzles. I've been around forever as far as this game is considered, near the beginning of time. I think Anchor came just before me, Mr. Spock came just after me. And so I've seen a lot in this game. I actually was the leader of a top alliance back in the day before I got super busy with work and stuff like that and decided to take a step back from being a leader. So I know what it's like to lead a top alliance, be a part of a top alliance, be in a more chill alliance, be in an alliance with YouTubers like Mr. Spock, which has been super fun being in his alliance, and I'm really appreciative he's allowed me to be here. But as far as the history of Empires and Puzzles goes, back in the day, especially when I started, this used to be a game where if you needed to be near the top in the most competitive alliances, you had to have the best heroes in the game. And it was actually relatively likely you could get them if you spent enough money. So you really just had to save up for those big pools to get the hero of the month in particular, because at the time, like 4 years ago, the best heroes were the heroes of the month. And there were some events starting to come out, and usually like one of the legendary heroes in the event would be really great. Like Guinevere is one I'm thinking of, who was a powerhouse for the longest time, and she was really hard to get in the event. But if you spent enough of money on the event, you could eventually get her. So you would have like one big event like once in a while, and you would have the hero of the month. And so you were spending like once or twice a month. If you're a whale, you'd put a significant amount of money into that, but you would get the heroes that you wanted. As the game went on, and as predicted, the more money that Small Giant Games got, the more they wanted to develop the game. The better the art got, that was awesome. The better some of the mechanics of the heroes got, which was great, but it also meant that they started printing more heroes and more, let's say, overpowered heroes that they had to, or at least decided to go back and nerf at times. It also led to more events, more interesting events at that, but more events. So to stay competitive, to stay near the top, it required for us to really be spending more money if we're whales, which I don't know if I would ever consider myself a whale. I never got to that level. But at the beginnings of this game, I will admit I spent a significant amount of money trying to keep up. And then it just got really hard to do that because of all the heroes coming out over time. Now let's flash forward to like around 2 years ago. That's when I first started to notice, oh my gosh, there's like too many events to like keep up here. But it still wasn't that bad. Could still do it, you know. But it was about a year ago. I was having a conversation with Mr. Spock. Maybe it was a little less than a year ago. We got together and did some YouTube videos. And that's when we first said, oh my gosh, like, are you doing all the events? Because, like, I'm not. I don't have time for it, right? But, like, you know, there was a time where if you weren't doing all the events, you couldn't be competitive in this game. You just couldn't keep up. And now it's like impossible to keep up with all the events. And especially with all the heroes coming out, to even dream of getting all the best heroes. And so we're at a point now where maybe there's a few like super uber wealthy people in this game who can just try to get all the best heroes. It's not about luck anymore. It's all about money. It's all about who can spend the most money and get the best heroes. But I think that's probably intentional, right? Like the biggest whales in the game, if they're willing to spend, you know, I would not be surprised if there are whales in this game who have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars at this point and are still playing, because how could they spend that much money and then not continue playing, like just say goodbye to their heroes that they've bought and are leveling up. I would say that's gotta be only a handful, but it was a couple of years ago where even people in my own alliance, like I said, I wouldn't consider myself a whale because I never got close to this, but even people in my own alliances that I was in when we were competitive at the top spent tens of thousands of dollars at that time. And if they kept spending at that rate now, my gosh, there's got to be people up there, right? So even they, I think, are probably going to have trouble keeping up with how many heroes are being released. But if they're willing to try, then Small Giant Games is willing to release these heroes. So now let's talk about why Empires and Puzzles would be doing this. Why are there so many heroes in the game? Yes, I have a number of good ones here. I know a lot of people probably looking at my roster are like, oh my gosh, I wish I had some of those. But this is not, like, my roster is not one of the top rosters at this point. Like, I have not been able to keep up. And I'm not going to keep up because I'm not going to spend that amount of money. I want to have fun with this game. I don't want to be poor. So I am not going to give all my money to Small Giant Games. I still find the game to be quite fun, which is why I'm still playing it. However, I have made a mindset shift, a mindset change for myself over the last year and a half or so, because I wanted to keep having fun with this game. I think the fear of missing out, the FOMO, in trying to keep up, was definitely burning some people out. And I saw them burning out, and I saw them spend, like I said, tens of thousands of dollars and then quit the game. And I didn't want to be one of those people. So here is my suggestion to all of you. We need to have a mindset change if we're going to play this game. And I actually think this could be a relatively positive thing. If we all just give up the idea of needing to have all the best heroes to buy every overpowered hero they put out now, because you know they get stronger and stronger and stronger. If we stop expecting to get the heroes when we go to do draws, instead of going in and doing like 150 summons or whatever, if we just go in and do a 10 pool knowing Small Giant Games is just going to put out 5 more legendary heroes next week, and if we happen to get one, awesome, then I think we're going to be a lot happier with this game. So is Empires and Puzzles putting out too many heroes? Based on past history, when you needed them to keep up, yes, they are putting out too many heroes. But how about this? I think that if our perspective changes on the game, 2, needing all the best heroes to be the best players in the game, 2, look at this diverse game with so many heroes that now you're at a point when you face defenses and raids and wars and tournaments, you're facing different heroes every time. All of a sudden, this game becomes a very vibrant, cool, diverse game where every match is a little bit different. And I'll admit, I get frustrated too whenever I go up against a defense that just has like uber overpowered heroes, and the heroes I have on my roster here just don't really match up to who I'm fighting against. But that's what makes the game interesting too. So I go up against a really tough defense, and I take my roster that I'm proud of, that I've worked really hard on, that I have unique heroes of. I mean, like, I got Octros recently. That was really lucky. I didn't expect to get Octros, but I've made a really cool Boomer Bust team out of it, along with Cristobal, another recent hero. But notice how I don't have some of the most powerful heroes in the game. Octros and Cristobal, I would say, are just kind of like cool novel heroes. They weren't ones that people were chasing or anything like that. But I'm having a ton of fun with them. And I found good synergies for them. And I think we can all do that too. And so if we take that perspective of not needing to go get every hero, not needing to play every single event that there possibly is, and just being happy with what we have and what we get lucky to get, I think we're gonna have a lot more fun in this game. And so I hope you'll join me with that, because I think I saw in a recent event, I posted a video about how the heroes that came out were overpowered, and they were, because they were more powerful than everything that came before it. And a lot of people were commenting that they're quitting the game. And I get it. I get it. Based on past history, sure. That's super frustrating. I worked so long and so hard on this roster to see heroes come out where, like, I've got, like, 20 emblems on a hero here, and I worked on it and spent a lot of time and used it in wars and things, and then for them to just print a hero that has the same stats before even getting the emblems, oh my gosh, that's frustrating, right? And I saw people quit because of that. But I'll tell you what, I don't need to be the best player in the world. I don't need to be the top player in the world. Right now, that just has to do with who's spending the most money on the game. And whoever's spending the most money doesn't mean that they're the wealthiest person in the world either. It just means they're spending the most money on the game. So if we all take this, I don't know, cheap to play approach, like, there's a lot of free to play players. I know that free to play players at this stage cannot be competitive near the top, but you can still have a lot of fun with the game. Pay to win players, this is a really frustrating time. You are not going to be able to get all the best heroes and be able to level them up and play with them all, even if you are one of the wealthiest people in the world at this point. So if we take a cheap to play mindset of, hey, if I don't give a 10 pull a shot, I'll never get anything. And if I happen to get something awesome, excellent, I'm going to have fun leveling it up and finding a good team with synergy to play with it. I think we're going to have a lot more fun. So, all right, guys. Well, let me know what you think in the comments of this video. Go ahead, and if you enjoy content like this, hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you know when I drop new videos or go live, and I will catch you in the next one.